I've been thinking a lot about what actually shows someone's character. Not when things are easy, not when everything is going well, when they're in pain. That's when it shows. And I don't know if that's character or emotional intelligence or maturity. It's probably all of it. But I've seen enough now in the families I've worked with, in my own relationships, in the stories that people trust me with, to know that this is where the truth comes out. Because pain gives you options. You can choose to feel it, process it, let it move through you, or you can choose to turn it outward. You can say things you know will land hard. You can go for the parts of someone you understand the most and use that understanding to hurt them. And that moment right there, that choice, says more than anything someone could ever tell you about who they are. I've seen it in relationships ending. When someone walks away, you can either let them go with some level of peace or try to take something from them on the way out. I've seen it in separation, in divorce, where at some point the question shifts from what's actually best to how do I make this hurt back? And once you cross that line, it's really hard to find your way out because pain doesn't stay contained. It spreads, it seeps, it starts shaping decisions. And when kids are involved, they feel that. Even when nothing is said directly to them, they feel the tension, the undercurrent, the shift. They learn from it. They learn what people do with pain. They learn what love looks like when it's hard, whether conflict means connection or control. And that part matters more than most people realize. And there's another piece of this. When people are in pain, sometimes they need to make sense of it. So they start telling a story. And sometimes that story gets shaped in a way that protects them. And that can look like saying things about you that aren't fully true. Not always out of malice, sometimes out of self-preservation, but it's easier to live with that version of the story where they're not the one who has to look at themselves. And I get that too, I really do. But again, that choice, that's where character shows. Because there are moments where the urge to defend yourself, to fight back, to match someone's energy feels completely justified. But I think this is where integrity matters most. Not when it's easy to be kind, but when it's hard not to be cruel. Because when you cross that line, you don't just hurt them, you lose something of yourself. And I'm learning that not everyone handles pain in a way that protects what they say they value. And that's hard to accept, but it's also really clarifying. Because someone who is willing to hurt you when they are hurting is showing you something real. And you don't have to step into that with them. You don't have to match it. You don't have to defend yourself in the same language. You can hold your ground and you can still keep your integrity intact. And sometimes that's the only way through.